Welcome to the Savvy Light Show, entering 2017 with self-healing.
Hi, welcome to week 3 of our series. We're so happy you're here. We've covered reflection, we went on to talk about awareness, and today we're talking about self-healing. And it's a very powerful topic.
For sure.
Yeah, because self-healing takes effort, and it's about showing up to your own life. And for so many of us, self-healing has to do with letting go of things that hurt us or affected us in some way, or someone that affected us. And it's about forgiveness and forgiving others. And when we forgive others, it's really about forgiving them so we can release the stronghold that it has on us, because it is one of those things that will keep you in a space of living in the past, and you really can't move forward when you hold on to those things that are tugging at your heart and making you feel like you could have changed something that was not under your control. So forgiveness is a huge thing.
It is one of the biggest. And when you talk about that, Kenya, what it brings up for me is self-forgiveness. I think that we actually have, believe it or not, an easier time forgiving our predators, people who have been against us in any way, and we'll find it easier to forgive them. But I think the hardest person to forgive is yourself, and having the awareness and the consciousness and the compassion to say, I did the best I could at that moment, and forgiving yourself, because we tried the best. We did the best with what we had available, and with the more, not even what we had available, but the level of consciousness at that moment. That was the level of consciousness that we held, and that space that we held at that moment. And forgiving ourselves for that is so important.
I love that. I really do. And that it gives us a self, as humans, we want control. And when we can forgive others and forgive ourselves, that's something that we can control. It is within our power. We just have to make that choice. And making that choice, then we make the decision. However, there are certain things that we cannot control.
Yes.
So what do we do in that situation? And I've had to face that in many ways. And the biggest one I had to face was in losing my husband, knowing that he was going to pass away. And I could be in that space and be miserable and feel like life was unfair. But I had to make this big decision of knowing this is out of my control. This is going to happen. So therefore, I have to surrender what I cannot control. And when you surrender, it's huge, because it releases you from having to think that you have control over something that you completely have no control over. And we go through life constantly trying to dictate things or trying to place things, and sometimes they're not for us. They're for the universe to handle. So surrendering is a huge thing. So I mentioned something like death, but it could be something as simple as a family member not talking to you. And you have to surrender that to God and just pray on it and move forward.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, Kenya.
It's part of huge self-healing.
So important. And so when you think about the forgiving others, right, and then the piece of then forgiving yourself, and then what you can't forgive and what you didn't have control of, surrendering, I think that from that space, then you could start a space of filling your own cup and self-care. I think those are the prereqs, right?
Yeah.
Before you can even go and fill yourself, you need to have that clear canvas in that space. So such an important part is like loving yourself, and after the forgiveness, saying, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of being forgiven, and I'm worthy of this love, and filling your cup and working from a space where you can give to others because you are full in yourselves. And that's a tricky one for busy mothers and people who are just on the go. And I would love to hear, I know that you're, as a savvy mom and a savvy woman and a savvy me advocate, would love to hear how we can start filling up this cup for 2017.
Yeah, I can give you the secret sauce, but I'm not going to do it in like a minute's time, but I'm going to give it to you real quick. I think it's so important what you mentioned, because sometimes we look at self-care and self-love as selfish, and it really is an act of being selfless, because you cannot give to others what you don't have, right? And when you are able to have this abundance of feeling joyful and good about yourself, you're able to give back to others. So in my Savvy Me method, I talk about these 7 principal methods that really brought me to a place of not just surviving, but thriving my husband's death. And that was, and I'll mention the 7 elements, which are sleep, an alkaline diet, vitamins, validating others, those loved ones in your life that matter, your purpose or your intention, meditation, and exercise. So we're going to definitely go into that in the coming weeks. I'm so excited.
That sounds wonderful, Kenia. I love that. I love it so much. And I know firsthand that it works, because when I make a conscious decision to follow those steps and to remember my friend Kenia, I said, I have to remember, I have to sleep. And when I make those conscious decisions, I completely feel it. But I'm going to tell you something that single-handedly has changed my life in such a way. And for me, it's been those positive affirmations. Waking up in the morning and realizing that it's all within me, that it's innately and God-given to me already, and that it's in there, and I just have to affirm it, I have to declare it, and I have to bring it into the world. And I'm so excited we're doing this and we're going on this journey, because 2017, we need to start self-healing and filling that cup, using our methods, and start declaring what we want, what we will receive in 2017.
And who we are. Who are you today? Who are you? Because I am a savvy me today.
Yes.
I am. Who are you? I am also a powerful me, and a mindful me, and a present me, being at this moment, sharing with all of you.
I love that. I love that. And for myself, I am a woman who stands behind my word. I am a woman of love, of character, and of strength. And I affirm that today, that 2017 is the year where I get to show the world and go on a journey with you on that. I'm super excited.
And we urge you to think about who you are today and who you want to be for this 2017. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. Next week we talk about systems, how to implement all this amazing things and making it the best year yet.
Yay!
Cheers!
Cheers to filling your cup.
Yes!
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye!
With love and gratitude, Lisa
and Kenia.
Bye!
Bye!
Thank you for joining us on episode 3 of the Savvy Light Show. To stay in contact, please email us at asavvyme@gmail.com or at lisa@thenewlightproject.org. Thank you.